Hello there, Erin Bradley here, coming to you from a van down by the river. That's my bed back there. Anyway, we're wrapping up the road trip here, and I just wanted to come to you guys today with a thought in regards to scaling your business. Now, scaling doesn't have to mean building a huge team, but it does mean leveraging resources, systems, and in some cases, people to create more space in your life to have more energy, which results in more creativity, which results in more enthusiasm and magnetism to attract more of the right relationships into your life and business. Now, that being said, one of the biggest objections I hear when it comes to the topic of should I hire someone to help me is that we have a fear around whether or not we can sustain that expense. Like, what if I hire somebody and I have to fire them? Or what if I hire somebody and then my business slows down? And I can tell you from experience that it never costs you to hire someone, okay? So let's really unpack this a little bit. So let's say, for example, you wanted to hire a full-time assistant, okay? And let's say you were going to pay them $3,000 a month for 40 hours a week. And I want to ask you, what is your average commission per transaction? Let's say, for example, your average take-home commission is $5,000 per closing. The question is, if you were to offload 40 hours of busyness, and if you were to analyze all the areas in your business and in your life that you are not operating at 100% consistency because you're simply trying to do too much, and if you could hire somebody to create 100% consistency in the areas that you're inconsistent, would that improve and increase the positive impact on the hearts and minds of your clients and your sphere and your friends and family? Would you have a bigger impact, more touches, more reach if you had somebody supporting you in creating consistency in those areas? Could that result in one more closing per month? I would wager that yes, you would close at least one more transaction per month if you were to offload 40 hours of nonsense that you're either not doing consistently or not doing at all because you simply don't have the time, because it's not the highest and best use of your time, even if it was once before. And that's important. Just because you used to be good at it and you used to enjoy it doesn't inherently mean it still should be on your plate. It is time to graduate from certain tasks and obligations that are falling on your calendar and to-do list. So if offloading for the cost of $3,000 a month would create the opportunity to close at least one more transaction at an average commission of $5,000 per transaction, it is not costing you to hire somebody. It is costing you the $2,000 a month not to. It's costing you $24,000 a year and probably more to not hire somebody. Because what you're doing by not offloading is you're taking on too much, and a lot of the activities and tasks and commitments and the boxes that either get checked or remain unchecked on your to-do list are energy draining, energy sucking. As a result, when you show up to the most important interactions in your day, those phone calls and meetings that really move the needle in your business, you're showing up a little bit flat. And as a result, you're not really attracting your true potential in relationships, business, closings, growth, etc. Everybody has a bottleneck, and I promise you your bottleneck is not the ability to generate more relationships. Your bottleneck is time, and it's energy, more importantly. So let's say you don't want to hire somebody full-time and you just want to hire somebody part-time. Could you close one transaction more per month if you hired somebody for $1,500 a month? Offloading 20 hours a week of busyness, creating consistency in those areas in your marketing plan that are not happening with consistency or not happening at all, okay? If so, it's costing you $3,500 a month not to hire somebody, okay? Does that make sense? Now, the other thing is you're not marrying this person. So when you bring somebody on, you bring them on a project basis. Hey, I'd love to hire you for the next 30 or 60 days to take these projects on and get them organized and clean up all this backlog and clean up my database and create some outreach and create some marketing and maybe do some touches. Can I trust you to help me with these projects? And then after 30 days or 60 days, you can assess, has it resulted in a surge of energy in your life? Has it resulted in more creativity, more magnetism, more impact? If it's the right person, the answer is going to be a resounding yes. So I want you to think about this. Look back on the previous years. What did it feel like in the months where you were having your best month ever? Did you feel like certain balls were getting dropped? Was there inconsistency in certain areas? And again, just because you used to do it consistently, just because you used to love it, just because you used to be good at it, does not inherently mean it should still be on your plate. it might be time to graduate from certain activities to create more space and more energy and more impact in new areas, okay? So I want you to consider that. As always, I am here to support you. I love and appreciate you. I want 2021 to be your best year ever, so please don't hesitate to give me feedback, ask me questions. I'm always happy to be a resource. Make it an awesome day, and we'll see you next time.